G'day everybody, welcome back once again to, well, it's not really back, but this will be a top 10 video on Pokemon. This will be my top 10 favorite. I know two of them you can kind of already see. I'm going to try and see if I can use my shit as editing skills to get them off. And yeah, so let's start this with number 10, which is Arbok. Now this thing is awesome as hell. I have loved it ever since Generation 4, which is the first games I ever played, if you didn't already know. Which is why I love Diamond Pearl, and I can't wait for Gen 8, because that's when they should make the remakes if it goes on the schedule that it normally does. Either way though, it has a pretty damn cool design. I mean, it's got fire on it, despite being a snake. Oh, and it's got it backwards, which is pretty cool. I don't really have any much to say on this except for that it's awesome and that I love it. And it's kind of what inspired Viper, as it is the channel thing. I was gonna do Sir Viper as a channel thing, but Sir Viper was never that cool. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Going on to number 9, I'm already forgetting what number we're up to. We have Typhlosion. Now, he was my starter in the first remakes, as well as his littler form was my first shiny ever, which is kind of, oops, where's the other one? Which is kind of why they're on the list to get, like, they're sharing the number 9 spot, even though they're pretty much just the same Pokemon, just different levels of it, I guess. Yeah, either way. Cyndaquil's shiny is freaking adorable. Look at that orange. It's underskin, doesn't really change. But, and then Typhlosion, well, I taught mine in, Soul Silver. I taught it Shadow Claw, as well as some other really good attacks, so it was really helpful going through the 4th gym. Yeah. He was also the second starter I ever chose. On to number 8, we have Jolteon. Where would be a top 10 and favorite Pokemon list without an Eevee evolution? And Jolteon, to me, was always pretty much the coolest, aside from maybe Umbreon. No, I'm kidding. Shiny Umbreon would probably be my favorite shiny evolution, but this isn't about shiny Umbreon. This is about Jolteon. He's got a pretty damn good move pool. He's awesome as hell. He's incredibly fast with a level 100 with max things, blah blah blah, is 391, which is pretty damn fast if I do say so myself. Yeah. As well as I really like how spiky he is. Yeah. And this is another tied one, but mostly one of them is just because, well, I love his name. So we have Rampardos, and as well as being my first fossil, he just looks awesome. And him and his buddy Ebastiodon were the first actual fossil Pokemon not to be based on sea life, which is kind of surprising despite being the Generation 4 ones. Now, I like Rampardos because, for one, I loved battling with it in Gen 4. 2, I love spikes. 3, I like dinosaurs, and I don't really like sea dinosaurs as much, which is, the whole thing. And yeah, but the main reason, aside from, just being not a sea one again, is that it's got bastard in its name, like Bastiodon. I know it's not, like, said the same way, but Bastio, like, close enough. Like, seriously, I don't give a crap. It sounds like bastard. I know it's not that good, but I don't give a shit. Now, coming in the number 6 slot is, wait, 6, 1, 10, 9, 8. Oh god, 10, 9, 8. 10, 9, 8. Yeah, this is 6. What am I, stupid? Is Snorlax. Now, you're probably wondering, wait, if you started in Gen 4, why is Snorlax, who's Gen 1, and who played very little role in Generation 4, one of your favorites. Especially because he doesn't really turn up until Generation 6, really. But the reason for that is because, well, when I caught one, like, I always really liked Pokemon ever since I watched the Gen 4 anime. My mom didn't really care, of course. But in 2013, when that came out, and I got the Snorlax that, after all that crap, after I did that, I showed my mom it. And I'm like, hey, mom, this is you. Because, well, she was kind of overweight, but it wasn't because it's her fault. Either way, and it likes to sleep a lot. And that was pretty much my mom to a T. Eat and sleep most of the time, aside from, daily mum rolls things. Anyway, yeah, she's slimmed down a lot now, but, and she laughed, and she's like, yeah, that definitely is me. So, like, ever since then, well, Snorlax has just been part of the family. So that's why he's number 6 on this list. Coming in at. Wait, is he 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, he's number 5, sorry. Anyway, number 4, we have Crobat. Now, ever since Generation 2, well, more like in Soul Silver, when I found out about this guy, because I didn't really remember him in Gen 4, still Gen 4, but in Sinnoh, when I went to Johto, and I found out about this guy and how he was the evolution of Zubat and Golbat and all that, I instantaneously went and got myself a Zubat from the first area I could, which I still forget to this day because I'm a damn idiot. As well as being, once again, incredibly fast with the, 4 wings, as well as 4 wings being awesome. And also, look at those tiny little feet, they're so cute. Yeah. And those eyes, and the spiky ears, and the spiky things on his wings, and yeah, it's just pretty damn cool. Number 3, we have Gliscor. Now, I've always really liked this ever since I saw someone having it in Generation in Sinnoh, but I never really knew how you got it, what it was, what it did. I just thought it was awesome because I didn't really have the internet when I was like 5 or whatever. Either way, I didn't even think it came out when I was 5, but still. Whatchamacallit? Come on, I lost my train of talking this. Yeah, okay, so he's kind of like a scorpion bat, which I thought was amazingly awesome. Because scorpions are poisonous, deadly, and awesome, and bats are flying, which I like pretty damn a lot. And they're pretty damn awesome too, as can be seen with Crobat, as in the last part. But I never really got to use him, / battle, / do anything, until recently when me and my friend came up with the idea that we would battle with Pokemon that we used from other, like, trainers in the anime's team. And first I chose Ash from Generation 4, Sinnoh. And as we went along did that, I chose to use Gliscor, or for one of my Pokemon that he, used and stuff. And it was so much fun to use, and it pissed him off, because I had U-turn on it, it pissed him the hell off. Especially when he was using his, Snivy, because he did Generation 5, and because I had Ice Fang on the boy, I was thinking about going for the Toxic Orb and then his hidden ability, but I chose not to, mostly because that would have taken a really, really, really long time. So, yeah, he's one of my tops. Now, coming in at number 2 is Golem. Now, this guy, you probably will think, wait, Golem? What does he got to do with anything? He's pretty bad. I agree. His stats are pretty not that good for being a 3rd stage evolution. But, as well as massive change between Graveler and that dude. But I have a story. As well as him, he was my first level 100 Pokemon that I ever got, which surprisingly was in my first games, because I caught a Geodude, not knowing how good or / bad it was before I even got to the first gym. Damn, Lost my train of thought again. Come back, please. Yeah, and then it evolved at around level 22, I think it was. At around the third gym, I was really bad when it came to levels then. And I knew that it could evolve. I didn't know when or how, because I had only ever heard of stone and level up. And I tried every single stone that I could find on it, and none of them had ever worked. And anyway, when I got to the Elite Four, I battled around with him. I kept training him all the way up to level 100. After going through the entire game, he was still a grappler. I got him to level 100, and I'm like, wait, this is the max level. Why the hell isn't he evolving? And then not a few, but a while later, I had gotten one of my friends into it, and because he saw how good my grappler was, he got one for himself. So his was about 27, I think, and he was wondering why I kept losing, and he's like, "Hey, can we trade, and I'll wreck around with your awesome grappler, and you can train up mine." I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And then they evolved, and I'm like, "Holy shitacular mushrooms!" Because I really wasn't allowed to swear back then. Yeah, either way. And then I'm like, okay, powered up, better stats. There you go, take it. And we traded back instantly, and we both just wrecked. Well, I already did, but yeah. Moving on to number 1, my top up Pokemon favorite of all time is Infernape. Now, this bad boy was my first starter, my first Pokemon I ever used, ever saw. Well, Chimchar was, but guys know what I mean. He was the first Pokemon that I got, okay? And I was always told I was a monkey because I would always love to go climb up in trees and stuff. Well, and as can be seen, he's based off a monkey, as well as his evolutions. Well, pre-evolutions, I guess. And I always really liked the idea of fire types, because, well, I don't really know. But either way, yeah, I used him, and as he evolved, I realized that he was also a fighting type. And, well, I was pretty strong as a kid. You know how I said that my mom was pretty big? I could pick her up by the time I was 10. Yeah, before she had, well, surgery and crap, but never mind about that. And I thought I was quite strong, and a lot of people agreed when they tried to pick my mum up. So yeah, I thought that, well, this really suited me. This monkey fire thing, and I was always pretty damn energetic too, which also fits fire kind of, and unpredictable, which again, fire. Either way, continuing on. At around the second or third gym, this guy was already a level 30 something rather Infernape, and I was versing level 20s. But you know what's funny? So I put him in the box, okay? Thinking, oh, I'll use him later when it gets harder. So I bring him out at the Elite Four when he's still, 30, 40 area, and he just gets incinerated after incinerated after incinerated. So that was kind of annoying, but, yeah. Either way, I always will love Infernape. He'll always be my favorite starter. And plus, once again, when I did the Generation 4, he wrecked my friend. I had Shadow Claw, Flare Blitz, I think Aerial Ace, and then Close Combat, which was a pretty good move pool, I think. So yeah. Actually, I just thought of something that I'm gonna do. Honorable mentions. Donphan. Shit. Spectacular mushrooms. This guy right here. What's this? Yeah. This guy. He is awesome. I like elephants. I like the idea of him being able to curl into a ball. And once again, when I used him as my Generation 2 team, I wrecked the hell out of my friend. I literally could sweep his entire team with that guy, as well as Noctowl, which I'm sure a lot of you people would know of. But yes, Noctowl, Donphan are my main honorable mentions, as well as Flareon, which is like kind of here thing. Yeah, those would definitely be my honorable mentions. But I am going to leave this episode here. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out, and thank you guys for watching. Bye.